Hi, my name is Ed Weiss, founder of Applied Power Quality Solutions, and this is the technical presentation of the Rad-X medical power filtration system, the Rad-X filter.
Go.
Experts in the electrical field believe that more than 70% of electronics-based equipment disruptions and unexplained equipment failures can be attributed to poor power quality. Even if that number is off by 50%, that would still mean that 3 out of 10 service calls may be attributed to poor power quality. That is 3 out of 10 potentially avoidable service calls. Power quality is a serious issue of concern first surfaced in the early 1980s. At that time, the primary focus was on the general purpose computer system. The question was, and still is, how does the quality of power affect the reliable operation of sensitive electronics-based computer systems? When a computer system is first turned on, there are momentary fluctuations in power, after which voltage and current remain relatively constant and stable for as long as the computer system remains on. This type of power usage does not tend to produce voltage disturbances. However, computer systems need to be protected from potentially disruptive and damaging voltage disturbances. To accomplish this, a wall of protection was created and inserted in between the sensitive computer system and the facility power, which is the conduit for externally generated disturbance activity. Wall of protection products included isolation transformer, power conditioner, uninterruptible power systems, and voltage transient surge suppression equipment. When looking at the wall, we can see on the left side of the graph, all of that disturbance activity is on the outside. The wall stands between that, and on the inside, feeding the sensitive electronic equipment, the sine wave is clean and all of the garbage is gone. This is a graph from an instrument that monitors the quality of power. There are 3 columns of data. On the left is the parameter of interest, the center is the minimum values, and the right column is the maximum values recorded during the monitoring period. What we see is 0 impulses and very low at 0.1 volts peak to peak high frequency noise. This is a 1-hour graph, but in fact, we would see the same results if we monitor this data center for a month or even a year. The introduction of X-ray and magnet-based medical imaging and treatment equipment introduced a new challenge to the old wall of protection approach. Unlike computer systems, X-ray and magnet-based systems demand instantaneous pulses of high current each time the system is operated. The response to that demand for high current impulses is typically seen as voltage disturbances. These disturbances disrupt, degrade, and ultimately destroy sensitive electronic and electromechanical circuits. They are a primary contributor to the day-to-day problems that adversely affect these high-end systems. They also affect neighboring systems that share common 480 volt electrical distribution. So what is the solution? Is the wall of protection sufficient for this type of equipment? Well, as we have said, this type of equipment produces its own set of impulses and high frequency noise. So no, the wall of protection is not sufficient. What is needed is a sponge rather than a wall. The Rad-X filter, a custom configured bidirectional low pass power filter with transient voltage surge suppression. It is exclusively manufactured for application on imaging, radiology, oncology, and neurology systems. Designed to address the unique electrical challenges that face X-ray and magnet-based systems. Why does it work so well? Low impedance at high frequency is the key. Transformer-based power conditioners used in PDUs exhibit low impedance at power frequency, 60 Hertz. But as frequency increases, the impedance rises dramatically. And in fact, at high frequencies, this creates a virtual wall which can actually reflect those high frequency signals back towards their source, often at increased amplitude. Reactor-based power filters, on the other hand, also exhibit low impedance at power frequency. But unlike the transformer, as frequency increases, the power filter's impedance becomes dramatically lower. This creates the effect of a sponge, absorbing high-frequency signals, whether generated on the line or load side of the patient's system. Here's an example. Looking at this pre-Rad-X filter activation, what we see is high-frequency noise as high as 6 volts peak to peak during idle. During operation of this piece of equipment, we see that high-frequency noise rise even higher to a level of 6.9 volts peak to peak max. We also see several thousand low-level voltage impulses being produced. The Rad-X filter being activated, now in idle mode we see 0.2, 0.3, 0.2 volts peak to peak high frequency noise. And when the equipment is operated, we see that that noise remains low in spite of the equipment being in operation. Also, there are no voltage impulses recorded during that operation. The Rad-X filter attenuates both high and low level voltage transients on both the line and load side of the patient system. It is wall mounted, uses no power to operate, requires no special cooling considerations, requires no regular maintenance. At the present time, the lead time for a single Rad-X filter is 4 to 6 weeks from receipt of purchase order. As a reminder, poor power quality equals increased need for service. 30 to 50% or more of our customer service calls are being eliminated with APQS solution. They are realizing increased mean time between failures, increased system availability, and lower cost of service. We have found that the majority of hospitals are unaware of the quality of power being delivered to their high-end medical systems. They are also unaware of how it affects the operational integrity of this equipment. What's next? For more technical information about power quality, the Rad-X filter, and how we can improve the operation of your high-end imaging and therapy equipment, please go to our website, www.appliedpqs.com, or contact our office at 480-214-5676. Thank you for your time. The garbage is gone.